roast battle.
All right.
Which I've learned is actually kind of hated by a lot of...
Well, rap battles were kind of roasts.
Yes, that very, very true.
All right, let's check it out.
All right. Andrew Yang
you're going to love this.
And Andrew Yang, he's the Asian one.
Yes.
But he was the $2,000 a month guy, right?
Yeah, he was the
platforms.
The allowance, the rich people give you an allowance fucking guy.
Throwing a couple thou at the poor, which I support.
Yeah.
I want to show you an example of a weak beta male that want to run our country, and this country is made strong now because we have a strong.
He sounds like he's deaf, doesn't he?
He kind of sounds retarded.
Like he kind of like
say that.
Like a white guy stuck a dick in his ear.
Yeah.
When he was a child, and he hasn't been able to speak right since. He sounds like Marley Matlin.
It kind of sounds retarded.
Hey, we beta male.
We beta male. He sounds, like everybody's worked somewhere where you had that fellow employee that wasn't all there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I mean, he's not retarded, but...
Yeah, he'd be obsessed with his ex-wife, and he's got, like, one foot that's shorter than the other. Yeah. One leg that's shorter than the other. All right, this is funny. He's funny. He's a very funny guy.
Man in the office. A strong man in office right now. And that's why the country is starting to become strong again.
He's talking about Trump.
We had a weak beta male like Obama in the White House. Everything went weak. You know what I'm saying? Freestyle. Men became weaker. Police were being attacked. The races got worse between each other. Hated one another even more.
Because he was letting disabled people race each other. That's why.
Is he really talking about the special?
He just said the races got worse.
Oh, okay. I was like,
because they were all
weird. His accent, like, what is it?
I don't fucking
really
know.
Strange.
The Amber.
Really weird. Somebody that old saying things like beta male.
Oh no! He's got all the catchphrases.
He tries to.
Yeah, and he sells merch like that because he likes to say amazing. He always says, it's amazing. He uses a lot of his catchphrases.
That's not his...
He calls Trump the Great White Hope.
Does he say hella?
No.
Also, it's just weird
that he'd be lost. I don't get that. Amber Rose had to explain what a troll was. She also had to explain where babies come from. He apparently thought, if you ever watch the Amber Rose interview, he thinks that babies come from when a woman swallows sperm. Except he didn't call it sperm. He called it pee-pee fish.
Did he really? Because that would be awesome. If he really
if that really happened,
pee-pee fish.
If that really happened, we'd be watching it.
I mean, it makes more sense.
But this is still funny. Watch, this just gets crazy.
It looks like the baby's in their stomach, Paul.
That makes sense.
Come on.
How does she eat the food if the baby's in her belly? Wouldn't the baby eat
all
the food?
What is it? Interectogestion or whatever that thing on South Park where Cartman shoves food up his ass and like poops out of his mouth. And it just like becomes like and the parents are all, I forget, they're all just talking about some bullshit and just in the middle cutting it with and like shit.
Oh yeah, that was great.
God, that's a good show. All right, back to Yang 2020 is all beta mama.
Oh, beta mama.
Weak male, what the beta males?
So, the country became a ghetto country under Obama.
I forgot to mention, he's a black white supremacist.
Feared us, and know that they respect us. And so everything was just falling apart because we had a beta male who acted like a weak woman.
His accent.
I know, he's like, pass me a tissue.
So weird.
I don't have COVID, I'm vaping.
That's so weird.
Yeah, he's like, pass me a cleaner. I have something stuck in my nose while I'm talking.
It's like a weird lisp, and then also it kind of sounds like he could. I don't know, man. It's baffling. It doesn't sound real fully. You know what I mean?
It sounds like he has a serious speech impediment.
But it also, it's very. I'm trying to put my.
Mama Michelle. Well, there are many Democrats, I forgot how many now, 20 or something, Democrats, people on the Democratic Party who want to be president. And not one on the Democratic ticket is worthy to be president of this country.
Yeah, none of them have ever hosted a
Not
game show.
one.
For Christ's sakes.
None of them have awesome, like, decade-old fucking catchphrases.
Not one Democratic presidential candidate has fucked his own daughter.
There's like, all kinds of Democrats that want to be president. Yeah, dude, it's politics.
It is like all kinds of.
When was this? In 2020?
This was when Yang was running for president.
Why isn't he talking about the 2016 election when literally there were like 40
Republicans
at one point?
But those were all alpha males.
I know. That's true. They were all alpha. That's why they were in it, dude. That's why they
like
were
Ted
there.
Cruz.
And it's up to you. If you vote for one of the Democrats, and they should.
It's just also like the setup. It just seems like it's Sway in the morning. It's just this dude.
Dude, they got money.
Talking shit. I got.
Yes.
Obama's a
Well, he's
man.
an alpha male, so he doesn't use his iPhone
Yeah,
and
true
an
that.
$80 mic.
I don't know how, but get in. America, it's over. Because none of the people on the Democratic ticket are men or women of morality. They're all evil, selfish, ego-driven, wicked people. This is from the Hill. There's a guy by
He
the
doesn't
name
hold
of
back. Tell us how
Andrew
you really feel, Jesse.
Yang.
You know what's weird is because of his accent or like speech impediment, he's not that articulate. And the kind of things people would always say is like, but he's so articulate.
The beauty of Jesse Lee Peterson is he says intellectuals, he likes to say intellectuals are stupid because they have no common sense. So he takes pride in the fucking fact that he knows nothing. And what's genius about him is everything that he says is just completely made of his head with the most basic. You just have to give him the most basic, like tell him it's Tuesday, and then he'll just concoct an entire theory based on that. And like Sam Cedar debated, every lefty has on YouTube loves to go on his show, and Cedar would just say facts and stuff like that, and then he'd be like, "That's not true," and then he's like, "Well, why isn't it true? 'Cause you lying." Then he'd be like, "Well, what lie did I tell? 'Cause you a Democrat." And then that's it. He's like, "I'm not a Democrat, but you lying."
Is he just like a radio guy, or is he like?
Yeah, he has
Fox
a radio
News?
show. He has a radio show and a YouTube show.
He doesn't show up on Fox News. They don't like to reference him at
He's
all.
been on Fox News and he's just said the fucking most atrocious thing about women.
Yeah, I
He'd
figured.
be like, he was basically advocating that women should have their right to vote. Take it away.
He doesn't seem like the black conservative that Fox News would have.
He's
on.
not your dad's black conservative.
Not your father's black conservative. That's funny. That's funny. I know you're used to a lot of money.
After the revolution comes, he will not be sent to the gulag nor to a re-education camp. Him and Gorka we'll get to do whatever they want.
His accent, he kind of sounds it's kind of like Charles Barkley-esque. It's just like,
Charles Barkley, yeah,
that's
funny.
Absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
just
it's terrible.
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, I love Charles Barkley.
He's a funny guy. Everybody calls him Chuck.
And he's running for president, representing the Democratic Party.
Talking about Yang now.
And this guy's one of the guys that want you to have all free stuff. Beta Bell! Breaks down in tears.
What did he say?
You went beta male.
Beta male.
That's one of his catchphrases.
It's just yelling out beta.
He just yells beta male.
Kind of sounded like he said ringing the bell. I was like when you leave Arby's and
Yeah.
it's like ring the bell if you liked your shit.
He's so fucking funny, dude.
Beta male. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I like this guy.
While addressing gun violence at a town hall meeting, Democratic president candidate Andrew Yang on Saturday became visibly shaken and broke down in tears while discussing gun violence at a town hall in Iowa. Here's that soundbite.
As president,
Beta male.
how would you address
Wow, this is
unintentional
great.
shootings by children?
He's hugging a lady, and he's about to break down in tears. Sort of.
I have a 6 and 3-year-old boy. I was imagining.
Beta male.
They timed it he timed it perfectly because if you're not watching the video along, which is understandable, Andrew totally
He
covers.
breaks down in tears like this.
Yeah, but it's like he covers his mouth as soon as he goes beta male. It almost seems as though Andrew just yells out beta male. Like, that shit.
There's another clip of Yang of Jesse Lee Peterson talking about Andrew Yang. He's like, why don't he go back to his own country? Like, he doesn't know that you have to be a U.S. citizen to run for president. He just assumed that he came from Japan or something.
Well, I mean, Obama.
Oh, yeah, well, there's got touche.
He was born in Libya.
Beta male.
Yeah, he seems like he doesn't know the difference between welfare and unemployment.
Is this kid shot or something?
I was imagining it was one of them that got shot, and the other
Oh.
shot.
Is he joking?
I'm so sorry.
He is so much like Uncle Ruckus too, because
Everybody makes that
you
comparison.
can barely understand like half the shit Uncle Ruckus says.
Yeah, everyone
but-
makes that.
oh,
Everyone
fuck.
makes that comparison.
I mean, I'll give it to him though. Yang is fucking.
Yeah.
He's hamming this shit up hard.
Yeah,
dude.
Yang. He calls that. I'll say that much. Yang does seem like he's not
He's hamming it
able
up.
to cry like a normal human
Yeah.
being. Like most of these Silicon Valley guys, they just like spend most of their days like behind a computer trying to build robots and shit.
Yeah.
My friend Matt, dude.
Beta
I got friends like that, and I was like, I can't imagine them crying ever about anything.
Yeah,
So it's kind of it comes out awkward.
Yeah, he's definitely hamming it up with the tears.
And he gets applauded for it.
Oh, baby. I think that's a stunt too. I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
You're trying to appease the women. Really? Cause he knows. Ain't no
Jesse
real
Lee
man
Peterson
gonna
does
want
not
he
try to
say-
appease the women.
Okay, I was about to say, did he say appease the women, or was it his speech impediment, and he was trying to say...
He
was
tries
gonna
to
say,
pee
"Please,
on the women."
please." No, please the women, but
Please
it just
the
came
women.
out peace.
Maybe he just said please the
Or
women.
maybe he combined the two.
Well, when he was talking to Amber Rose about sex, he called a vulva a Volvo. And she had to explain that's a car.
The vulva
Hey.
is the part of the vagina where it goes. Or is the vulva in the throat? Is the vulva what you need a weak one? I don't know.
But
I know what the labes is.
okay, so check. I don't actually know all the parts.
I
It's
know
all
where the
vagina
cli-
to
I
me.
know where the clitoris is.
I know that part too. But here's the thing. So he had a Twitter account and accidentally liked a video of a dude eating another dude's ass.
Accidentally.
Yeah, it was up. His like was up there for 3 hours, and then he had to blocked his Twitter off. And I guess he was going through videos to make sure that there's no other videos. He hit like, and I guess he never mentioned it again. And also, when he was interviewing David Pakman, he said he counsels young men in an office above his studio. But I still like the idea that he's a 7-year-old virgin.
It's weird to provide counsel with his voice. Like, I can't get over his voice. It's just so weird. It is. It's like a retarded Charles Barkley.
fall for that. And really, no real woman would fall for a female will, but not a real woman. That was a bunch of crap.
Yeah, well, but not
my
a real
question-
woman.
See, he's...
Real women are men.
Yeah, I was just about to say real women. And
Are all men.
that includes post-op trans. That'd be really funny if he was just like really...
Not a female,
like
but a real
female,
woman.
But a real woman, including post-op trans. If you can't see the dick anymore, is it really there? All right.
Had I been able to be there, I would have said, you know what, Andrew? Since you boo-hooing over something that hasn't even happened, to your so-called kids. How are you going to handle Allah
So-called kids.
How will you handle Bin Laden?
Bin Laden's dead.
How will you handle our enemies? You're crying over something that not even happening. What a girl! Go sit down, Andrew. Isn't that amazing? Let me see that. That's so ridiculous. I gotta see it again. Let me just. I want y'all to see this. This is the kind of guy that want to run America.
He ran his own gang,
What's
man.
happening in
The Yang
America?
Gang, hello?
Gang.
They're like a fucking, they're part of the Yakuza.
Yeah.
They fucking
Yang
run all
Gang.
the heroin in Silicon Valley, the Yang Gang. They have like nunchucks
But
and
you
shit.
can't. He can't acknowledge that because gang violence in Asians isn't something that conservatives like to connect.
Dude, obviously.
they save gang violence for one group of people.
He's never
okay?
seen a Chinese fucking gang kidnap a green-eyed Chinese lady from an airport.
Triads don't hang out in the States, man.
You ever seen Big Trouble in Little China?
I have Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, they fucking
That's
kidnap.
fucking crazy.
They kidnap broads
Have you
from
ever
fucking
seen-
airports,
Have
dude.
you ever seen the it's Dolph Lundgren, and it's called like Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Oh yeah, that's on Tubi.
And there's
Yeah, that's on TV.
dude,
I have
one of
that.
the co-stars is like Bruce Lee's brother.
Yeah, it's
or
Bruce Lee's son.
Bruce Lee's, or yeah.
Yeah, the Crow.
He's so cheesy in it, though. Like, there's one part where he like pushes some dude to a vat of acid, and he was like, "Well, I guess that did it." And like, it's
They didn't even bother to write
it's so
a
bad.
tagline?
It was it was just like, oh, and then he just moves on to the next interview.
Ha, take that.
It's so
Yeah.
and like it's just like that when they come to one of the final showdowns, it's just Dolph Lundgren in like full like Japanese samurai
Oh,
attire,
really?
just walking around the streets
With a sword? Did he have a sword?
Yes, and like a headband and all, and he's like coming to avenge like his sensei's death or some shit.
Why did you
I
kill my
only caught
master?
the
Why?
Only caught the second half of the movie. Haven't been able to find it on VHS, but
Oh,
what
it's
I
on-
saw was great.
If you get Cox Cable, dude, you get everything.
Word.
This man couldn't handle none of those things. He get a phone call.
That man had sex
Mr.
with
Andrew,
women 3 times more than you. At least 3 times.
The terrorists said they're gonna get us. Tell them to bother us.
Leave us alone.
What a pig.
Oh my God.
As president, how would you address
Look how he's
unintentional
sitting there
shootings
like
by
a
children?
pitiful person.
He's man spreading like a bitch.
Who is that?
Who that?
I have a 63-year-old boy. That's I'm imagining.
He has a 63-year-old boy.
That's phony. That gotta be phony. Does
I
he smoke
agree.
pot?
I agree with that too. Does he smoke pot?
Imagine each one of them. And the other side. I'm so sorry.
What a
That is so. It's a room full of beta
I
males.
know he had to go home and hide in shame. I think it's an act.
I think
And
it
if
is
it's an act or real, I'm sure this guy had to go and hide in shame. I wonder what did his wife say. Honey, you put on a good act today. Beta male! and the 2 boys, if he has 2 boys. Daddy, what's wrong with you? Because kids are honest. What's wrong with, what are you crying about? Ain't nobody been shot? Amazing. Amazing.
This guy rocks.
So that was 13-1. Yeah. That's amazing. This person wants to be president of the United States. And ladies, watch out. Women, watch out. He's trying to get to your emotions. That's all female right there. That's not even. It's not even. It doesn't even make sense. I just don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say.
I mean, if it's fake, I think everyone could put together why. You know what I mean? Like, he's obviously doing it to get his point across about gun control harder. Like, that's why he was forcing the fuck out of those tears.
Yeah, he's probably like, I gotta get really beta when I get out on that stage and they tell me that story. I gotta get like super beta to appeal to all the women. Who is that? Is that Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, it's Dwight from The Office with Nicki Minaj
giving a lap dance.
Yeah, he's like squeezing her ass, and then it says, "When you run the beats, you run the streets."
Oh, that's an alpha male.
Yeah, no, Ray Wilson's alpha as fuck, dude. That shit was awesome, though. Man, that shit ain't real. I love the way he talks. I really do.
Beta male.
Beta male.
When he was talking to Amber Rose, he's like, so does when you rub the pee-pee
God,
on the vulva.
White dudes 28 to 40. Like, God, they must love the fuck out of him.
Oh, God. I think everybody loves the fuck out of him. I think he goes across the lines. I think he goes
fucking funny.
I think he runs across like left or right because he's not like Ben Shapiro or somebody will like lie about facts or like or twist facts or cherry pick stuff. And and he'll although he doesn't know that pussies get wet and everything. But
some
like
ass P word.
Yeah, like Jesse Lee Peterson doesn't even know you have to take your clothes off to have sex. Jesse, but you just rub with your clothes on and make the baby. But no, I can't do impressions.
Because he saw his dad always had socks on growing up. Whenever, all right.
Yeah, he just every time he saw somebody having sex, it was under the covers.
Fruit, because black porn stars, they keep their socks on.
What? I never heard that before.
What, black dude porn stars? Yeah, dude, watch it. Dude, look up porn with black.
I don't think any porn stars wear their socks.
No, dude, I swear to God, it's like a common thing. Like black dudes in porn keep their socks on.
Really?
Yes, it's a fucking thing.
Because their feet stank.
I think it has something to do with the extra bone, but I've never been able to lock down a real reason.
But Jesse Lee Peterson, he never cherry picks facts or anything because he doesn't know any.
He just says, that's like Michael Rappaport had a podcast, and it was pretty funny because, like, he would always, like, anytime he presented stuff, it was mostly just him angrily ranting about shit, but he's like from New York or Boston. He's got like a thick northern accent.
From Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yeah. That's why I didn't think it was Boston, but he has red hair, so you never know. And like, I don't know. It sounds like he's saying fucked up shit, but when you really listen to it, all he's presenting is like liberal ideals, if you will, or like, you know what I mean? It's like it's against hate and all that shit. But like, I don't know. It's just really weird when people are aggressive as fuck and then funny at the same time. And on that, but on his podcast, he was like, "Listen, we're number one, not fact checking podcast. It's like we do not fact check on this podcast. It is strictly opinions."
Yeah, you leave your Google at home.
Yeah, he was like,
do not fucking correct me with your stupid.
We do not fact check on this podcast openly.
Yeah, with your dictionary phone.
It's just them saying their opinion. Like one episode was him just for like 30 minutes going off about Tom Brady and the Patriots. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah, Tom Brady was the quarterback for the Bears in 1985 Super Bowl. Don't check that. Do not look that up.
His co-host's name is like Paul Moody, and he would always be like, "Paul Moody rhymes with duty."
Paul Moody?
Or something like that.
Was he like the white Paul Mooney?
No, he was a black dude.
Oh, okay.
He was like a black dude.
So he was the black too. Paul Mooney?
Yeah, because I remember they were talking on one episode about, it was around when that documentary of the black dude that went and talked to Klans members and shit and like tried to have a conversation and got some of them to like leave the Klan and
the black guy that did that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought Michael Moore's first movie was something like that.
It was, and he was talking to him and like his whole thing was like it was cool, but it was also like the guy did it just like in a weird way. It was kind of worshiping white people and just being like, see, we're not so bad, like trying to do that. And I was like, I see his point.
So I gotta apologize, speaking of which, for my bad impression of Jesse Lee Peterson. It borders on racist.
Good.
It's because I'm bad at impressions, but I've been working on my Christopher Walken. So this is my Christopher Walken as an Italian chef, all right? So, this sauce is so bad, it needs a more cowbell.
Oh, God. No, that was racist.
Oh, was
That
it?
was more offensive than...
All right, that's 27 minutes.